Life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the double. See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe.
Whoa, yeah, guys, we back. You wonder why we laughing, right? We talking baptism by fire.
Yeah,
for those of you who've been here for the entire show, Penny been giving us a journey of how he became, not how he became Major Penny. The Major Penny name was there from the beginning, but how Penny, the brand that you know now, Penny, the host, Penny, the social media influencer, Penny, the promoter, all of that didn't just happen overnight.
Yeah.
So we're talking baptism by fire, where he was shown on radio. Then outside of that, he was just shown on live television. So we up to where when I started stumbling and hearing, well, I told you, my introduction to him was through Island Crashers, but as a promoter. Then when I stumble upon who Penny is in terms of being a face and a name and a voice, is when you started to do stuff for Digital.
Okay.
Then we'd have seen you when Slam used to control the Soca Monarch space.
Yep.
Looking at Soca Monarch, I know once you hear the SOCA, my ears will jump up.
Yeah.
So Soca Monarch time, I say, hey, Soca Monarch signal call me. You have a little YouTube be hosting thing. I say, cool, let's take this thing in.
Yeah.
Bam, here comes Penny in the Soca Monarch. And you have to remember, this is something close to my heart. And when you're hosting Soca shows, of anything to do with the art form, how I look at it is you have to have some kind of knowledge in terms of, in case you don't know where it could go. Somebody could ask you something like, especially a thing like Soca Monarch, a man asks you, well, this first Soca Monarch in Mecca. You remember when Super Blue and Ronnie Marketers was going head to head and you lost because you...
No clue, I just there. Legs boy, that one was a painful one.
So, but all of that, as you were saying off camera, that's not Bill's character.
Yeah, it does.
So you've been there, you do that. Now we on this leg of here comes pandemic. Blissful career, because right before the pandemic is when you would have been starting to see food sale labor.
Yep.
Starting to feel energy. You start to say, well, listen, you want to try this, you want to do this because the energy is up there.
Yeah.
Then bam, pandemic came. It's a question I love to ask people. On a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being great, 1 being bad, in the beginning stages of the pandemic, you looking at your slate, your life, the direction you want to go, your career, what was your level? Where was your mental level, let's say, end of 2020?
End of 2020?
Because the pandemic would have started in March, so let's say going into November, December, because remember the first 6 months of the pandemic, we were uncertain, but a lot of us was just living off of gas in terms of, you was enjoying the quietness, you was enjoying being home, you didn't understand the seriousness of the pandemic because some parts of you were still saying, nah, my next week is good.
Yeah.
We're going out next week for sure.
Yeah.
And then
you know
next week started to go, the goalpost started to go further and further.
Yeah.
What was your mental state, if you can remember, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Honestly, had some days I was 1 or 2. I'll be very honest. And then we had some days where I could have possibly be like a 4 or 5.
Right.
But it would always fluctuate. I think it's just how much thought you put into things. I'm somebody, I live in my mind. I always try to plan ahead. I always look ahead when it's my career. And one thing that period taught me was to focus on now and develop what you could develop today.
Right.
And try to synchronize the energy on that quicker than trying to control what is happening on the road. Always have your plan, always have your vision board, always set your goals. That's not a problem, but don't be fixated on that.
Well, we would have heard little nicks and knacks along the way as to how the Vibes Voices started. But could you remember the conversation of, okay, let's do this? At that time, you would have already been comfortable and seasoned on social media. We ain't saying camera, we ain't saying this, we ain't saying TV sessions. We're talking about just comfortable on social media. You would have been in a space, you would have already created an audience.
Yeah.
All right? So you being on the live was never an issue for people because you had a natural flair at that point, because we'd have been seeing you doing skits and using social media because of your other skills in promotion and things. So you were using it as a tool to promote events, parties and that kind of thing. So you were comfortable in the space. Your homeboy. Always been friends, but you remember, I guess in the pandemic, the relationship would have get a little tighter because you're together and it's have time. He not traveling, he not doing all these things, all you're grounded. What was that conversation like when they decided, hey, let me go live? Not after the first live. The first live would have been fun and games. I'm talking about at what point did you, both of you, decide? Because you act in a supportive role for a point, in a case of, put it this way, there is Dick Wolf, if you know who that is.
Yes, I do.
Dick Wolf is amazing. He creates some of the greatest drama for television, but he's not on TV.
Correct.
But he is the kingpin. Vibes at Voicey is the name. Voice is the face, but there is a driving force that makes the entire thing glue and come together. At what point, what was the conversation like when you all decided, or who decided, hey, let us make this a thing?
Yeah. I think originally, right, I had to jump to the start of it so we understand the next part. Basically, he came to me, everybody was in the same mind frame.
Right.
I sat with Aaron, and he called me and he was like, yo, I don't know what to do. And he wants to find a way to do things to remain relevant at that point in time.
Right.
So he said, bring some ideas to me now. Please help me out. Right? So we sat together. I had a list of stuff. He had a list of stuff. We went through it. And one of my things was, people know your music. People love your music. But they can't always put the face to the music.
Right.
You need to do something to bridge that. Go live. And he was like, boy, I never went live. What if I go live and only 100 people come on? Why go?
Everybody likes to start with 100.
Right? I said, dog, just go live. Just do it. People will come on. Use voice. You have a following already. Just do it. And he was like, come and do it with me now. I don't want to do it alone. That's what happened.
Okay.
I said, all right, I'll come and do it with you. Come, we went on. So the plan that we had at that point in time was just for him to go live for a month. And just as how I would check on Travis would check on Elon, we would all check on Aaron. Just as we created that support system behind the scenes, the plan was for us to do that on the live.
Right.
So for him to go live and check on his friends, check on Leroy, check on Nadi.
Call on everybody.
Call
Nice.
them and see how they're going and just talk.
We'll talk.
Right? That's basically what it was. And it's like, all right, cool. But then after, when we realized, all right, the first one we do had like 400, 500 views. It kind of creep up. The second one had closer to 1,000, 1,100. And then when we was reaching the month and we wanted to stop, we were just getting messages, and especially him, about how much the live is helping everybody else and what it means to them. And this is the only thing helping them through the day or helping them through the pandemic. And we was like, what are you talking about? We going on live and talking, shipping is helping all you through the day? And people was like, yeah, especially foreigners, it reminded us of home. We can't come back yet, the borders closed. This is giving us that taste of home that we miss so daily. And so he was like, oh, well, I guess we kind of had to continue this. We had to make more sense of it. So it was at that point where we all sat together again and be like, all right, what elements could we add that would make more sense? Would add some structure to the life. We had some impromptu things, but most of it were planned things that I guess people would not have known at that point in time. But you would understand.
You have to plan. You can't just wake up a day with players and a mic and a magic jack and a blackjack and punchers and everything and audio good and thing. You wake up and good audio. Good audio had to plan.
Yeah, and even the topics, the things we were blag on. Yeah. Plan topics too. Some to a large extent will be planned, but others is just
you just have that structure and it will flow from.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what happened from there, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing, and we were like, all right, let me see how we can make this bigger. Maybe we could get a sponsor to do this segment. And we was like, all right, we could use the platform to do bigger things. Right. Do a soca competition, do a dance competition. Use the platform not just for us, but we could support everybody with it. Everybody in terms of entertainment, we stifle at this point. Create that really for everybody.
So fast forward to Vibes Voice, he became a regional phenomenon.
Yeah.
All right? Regional and international, let us not forget that. Now you're talking about thousands of people coming to live every Tuesday. You created that energy. Now it's time to transform it. So as we say, turn the energy into dollars and cents. The tour idea came up. You all executed the tour. That happened. Other things came off of the flow. You all created, which is what shows like that, or anything that's successful is supposed to do. Every individual on the show breaches out and become their own entity. Salty and Akeem has always been a thing.
Correct.
But on the show, help them also remain relevant and continued and boosted their abilities to do more. Papi branch out, does his own stuff, you understand? Travis outside of the music and the production, Travis branch out. Penny now why I made the decision to not bring the whole squad. We could have bring the whole squad and have interviewed everybody. Why I choose that is because a lot of people didn't know your journey to there and how much of an influence you were in the whole movement, because as you just told everyone, he called you for advice. You went on live with him. From you all starting the live, because the live really started with both of you.
Yeah, facts.
If we being factual, if we being truthful, the live started there. Now, and people learn about your friendship, and one of the things that people appreciated is the fact that even coming out of the pandemic, when it could have just scrap and everybody go their way, it continued in a beautiful way where you all support each other.
Yeah.
If you're doing a thing,
everybody do
a thing. If this one doing a thing, do a thing. So now, we here, 2022 is upon us, looking to close. So everybody will ask, what is the plans for Penny moving into a fresh season? Because we know you're heavy in being sought after regionally now. We're talking Jamaica, everybody calling, band launches, events. What can we look forward to from Penny, from the Island Crasher side of Penny, to the Live with Voicey Penny, to the Radio Penny, to the Host Penny, encompassing all of those people? Just give us, before we close, some things that people could look forward to that's going to be happening with respect to Penny. I'm treating Penny as the brand. Penny now the brand who was very instrumental in giving your demographic, your audience Island Crashers. Then you move from that and you give a lot of young people on in different sectors all over the region and internationally. You're very instrumental in Vibes with Voicey. So what we can look forward to now going into 2023 and beyond?
So I think holistically for me, my thing is always to push a different agenda for our generation. I think overall one of the things that we saw that I have been trying to bridge, if we're speaking about me as a brand, I love team. I said that from the beginning. I love to help the people around me, especially like-minded individuals. And just like from the events with the Vibes with Voicey, I believe that once everybody on the same page is an unstoppable force. And I feel that way for our generation, because when I look up at the generations before, I see the clashing and the fighting. I was like, these things don't make sense. So I think overall what we always wanted to do was take this energy and, as you say, carry it globally. Whether it be events or parties or just us being hype men or mic men or hosts, I think it's just a space for Caribbean people in general or anybody that loves, because my love is soca too. Like, if I have to go to an event, I prefer soca.
Right.
All right? I love a bit of everything. I love music in general, but soca is me. Soca is us. That's where I come from. That's what I know. So I think in general, my goal is to always continue creating events and spaces where anybody from any part of the world could enjoy that. So to take Island Crashers to different islands, that was the plan all the time.
Right.
We had the ears for that.
And now you also have the tools because of the reach, because of the popularity. Now different doors will open, so you can have different conversations.
Correct.
People know you could actually go to someone and they already know, well, okay, I am Penny. Hey, what are you saying? And now you can have a proper conversation. Okay, I also do this.
Correct.
And they'll be like, oh yeah, if you lie, I didn't know. And you can now bring that to the forefront. You dig?
Yeah.
So guys, I want to thank everybody for passing through. For those of you who didn't know, now you know. Jared Penny, aka Major Penny, son of Major Penny.
Correct.
The real Major Penny. He's the fraud, we know that. He's the bootleg version. He's the bootleg version. And the real Major. You understand? But nevertheless, and this is what this is about, M&E. I am here, as I told him earlier. This is a platform that I open for everyone. It's just an opportunity for people to come to express and to let people know exactly what's going on with them and get a better understanding, for people to get a better understanding of what's happening. And we know now, it might be on a pause question. Could we, because it's very easy for you though,
Right.
could we see Penny, hear Penny, jump to Penny on a tune? Can you hear the question?
Yeah. A lot of people have been asking. Funny enough, I have songs that I have done with Travis under kicks that people actually like and things like that. Because I love music too. And you know, I've been around it with the voice, youth, and everything else too. So I see it possible, but I think timing is key.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, timing is
everything. So guys, if 2023 happened to hear a song and they say it's Major Penny and hear Travis will drop on it. And they could cheat. Remember, they're in a position to cheat. He connected with everybody. He could be he, voice, Lero. He could get a real best combination and thing too. So that's not a problem for him. So nevertheless, so you dig? So that's what we're talking about. So I want to say thanks once again, buddy, for passing through.
Thanks.
Remember, you can follow Penny on all social media platforms. Let's give him the handles.
Major_Penny, everything.
Major_Penny. He's a force to be reckoned with. He's been around from a very young age into now and building and leading a fresh generation of like-minded individuals. We're talking about young entrepreneurs who doing their thing, doing it nice and positive. There's one thing I always speak on is that him and his team, and they do it collectively as a team, they do it positively and give good energy all the time. Is never about any kind of nothing. Yeah, you'll get a little talk in between. But bottom line is, it's always good energy. So I want to say congratulations. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. And guys, you can catch me back here next Wednesday. Who we gonna talk to? I don't know, because I being honest with you, we swing it sometimes, you understand? Sometimes I might just wing it. But I really was interested in this particular conversation this evening because I felt it was needed. I think people need to know where men come from, what they're doing, and the intentions moving forward, and bid your support. And I'm talking about even the older ones. And I always say, currency, the love currency, is free. It ain't nothing to shoot a man a message and say, good job. There's nothing to shoot a man a message and say, I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. You understand? And speak words of affirmation to yourself as well, because you are great in your own right. You are your own Major Penny in your right. You understand? It's just your timing, and everything is in God's timing. So until next time, I want to say much love. This is your boy Jaiga on M&Etv tonight. Come on!
And I've been living fast life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the double. See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe.